semi-final number 2 of the 2020 IWBF Afro Paralympic Qualifiers. Home team, the Sasol boys, up against the defending champions Morocco. Introducing your home team, number 4, Warren Temple. Number 5, Julian Zalidi. Number 6, Zakaria Shirley. Number 7, Diego Rodriguez. Number 8, Marcus Petit. Number 9, Richard Gabriel. Number 10, Rafael Moretti. Number 11, Fabian Zaki. Number 12, Shane Williams. Number 13, Safiso Grama. Number 14, Sasol and number 15, Simona Mandeville. and welcome back to the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Sports Centre here in Johannesburg, South Africa, as we move into the semi-final of the 2020 IWBF Afro Paralympic Qualifiers here in Johannesburg, and of course Morocco taking on South Africa. And your team for Morocco: number 4 is Zahir Shalat, number 5 is Mohamed Oulini, number 6 is Amin Mukharich, number 7 is Najib Asahiri, number 8 will be Bilal Ben Haman, number 8 is Fawood Al Masati, number 10 is Abdillah Ghani, number 11 is Munir Mujud, number 12 is Mohamed Bargo, number 13 is Rida Matui, 14 is Isa Falempe, and of course no stranger to South African viewers, Abdelak, who played for the Pumas in the Supersport Wheelchair Basketball Series, and of course the coach for Morocco is Rafael Ushest. The home team, South Africa, Sasol Amawila boys as they are known. Number 4, Warren Tefu. Number 5 is Junior Nzeleni. Number 7 is Zakele Shalembe. Number 6 is Zakele Shalembe. Number 7 is Jackie Fanikuk. Number 8, Marcus Retief. Number 9, Richard Norkier. Number 10 is Rakhetsi Moleti. Number 11 is Tandile Zonke. Number 12, Shane Williams. 13 is Safiso Gama. 14, Cecil Dumont. 15 is Samanga Mbele. Head coach, Lydia Dumont. All right, and joining me in the commentary box today, I have a special guest, the Egyptian Al Hassan Asedki. Hassan,
Hi,
welcome to the commentary box here, and it's good to see you in South Africa. Obviously, you're coming out from Egypt.
Yes.
But I believe you have actually recently played in the USA College League for the UTA Arlington.
Yes, I have. I've been playing there for the past 5 years, and it's a great pleasure to be here watching the Afro Qualifiers. This is my first time to attend this tournament, so extreme pleasure to be here. Just great, and it's going to be a great game to watch.
And tell me, Hassan, the tournament as it's unfolded, there's been some really exciting and close games, and
yes.
I think that's made the tournament all that much more exciting for the viewers back home watching.
Oh yeah, the level is very close, at least between the top 3 teams. All the games have been super exciting, super intense. The first game was ended with a double OT, so it's extremely exciting to watch all these games. I think today is going to be a very tough game for both teams. The last time they played, Morocco won, but I think it was very close, and either team could pull it off today.
All right, excellent. Well, we'll be talking throughout the game, and it's a great pleasure to have Hassan with us here in the commentary box.
Thank you.
All right, not long to go. We're about to tip off on the second semi-final. All to play for. Obviously, one spot available for Africa at the 2020 Tokyo Paralympics, and referee Roy Marquez from Brazil gets us underway. Zahir Shalat for Morocco, the very quick ball handler, finds Asa Falempe across to Rida Matui. South Africa will definitely want to keep Matui out of the paint.
Oh yes, if you guys want to end up winning this game, he's one of the key players that you have to keep an eye on. Him and Zuhair.
Foul called there on number 8, Marcus Retief. So straight up out of the starting blocks, Matui will have a chance to put some points on the board in this game. First one unsuccessful. Gets Morocco up and running. Once again, a big welcome to everybody tuning in from all over the world, and please, we would love to hear your comments. If you have questions for Hassan, feel free to ask, and we'll try and answer as many as we can.
Yeah.
Violation foul called on the number 13 there, I think, or was it the?
I think it was 14. Oh, no, it's a technical. I don't know for who though. 14, yeah.
Yeah, so sorry, that foul was on number 14 for Morocco, Asaf Alempi, and Richard Nokia. Up and running, and Hassan, I think,
First
for South Africa's chances, Richard Nokia needs to hit the ground.
I think he needs
rolling.
Exactly. I think he needs to have an outstanding game right off the start, and just he's one of the players that can really turn any game around. So South Africa's going to need him as well as Shane.
Shane Williams unable to convert there, and Falempe picks up the rebound and hands it across to Mohamed Olini.
Definitely one of the dangerous players on the court, Olini.
Great play by Olini, but unable to convert, and Williams picks up the rebound. Williams will find the gap, goes in, converts it, and the crowd erupts at the Mandeville Indoor Sports Centre in South Africa. Great play there by Shane Williams.
Yes, great move.
Hassan, you've had the opportunity to play with a couple of these players on court, have you?
Actually, I haven't played against any of these players, unfortunately. I would love to eventually get the chance to play against them. But unfortunately, no, none of them. I've never experienced a game against any of them in the college league.
All right, shot clock at 6. Nokia puts up the 3. Ooh, in and out, and picked up there by Mohamed Olini for Morocco. The score currently is South Africa 3, Morocco 1. We've had 8 minutes. We've got 8 minutes 34, and Morocco convert there, and quite a vociferous crowd in here tonight for the semi-final, and I'm sure they'll be screaming their lungs out for the whole game to try and get the South Africans over the line. Tandile Zonke. Looks like South Africa have come out to play tonight, Hassan.
And they're gonna need this crowd to keep cheering them on.
Shalat plays the ball towards Matui.
I think that was lucky in terms of the ball not making it to Rida. They need to definitely make it tougher for him to get in the paint.
Moroccans looking a little bit flustered, but obviously very early days in this game. Williams puts up the 3-point attempt. Will it drop? Bounces off the ring, picked up by Mohamed Olini. He plays it out. So South Africa lead 5-3. And Shalat plays in Reda, and you would have put your money, all your money on the house for Reda Matui to
make that. He did get he got an intentional foul though.
Yeah, so Tandile Zonke gives away an unsportsmanlike foul, and Matui will have the opportunity to narrow this gap now to 1 point. Doesn't drop. So still Morocco 3, South Africa 5. We've had 7 minutes 36 in this first quarter. End-to-end stuff, Hassan.
Yeah, I'm sure you're on your toes.
All right, so of course unsportsmanlike foul. So Morocco will have the possession, and number 11 there for Morocco is Munir Majout, and Mohamed Olini.
Yeah, he's very
converts,
deadly from
and
that spot.
yeah, so that but Morocco now 6 and South Africa 5. Williams trying to see if Nokia can free himself. Shot clock at 10. Nokia puts it up. Will it drop? No. Rebound picked up by Matui, and he will launch the ball across to Zohair Shalat. The South African defense doing quite well to keep out the Moroccans at this stage.
And that will be key throughout the game to keep the Moroccan bigs out, specifically Rida. If they can manage to keep him out for the whole game, I think it's going to play to their advantage.
Lots of hard work still to do though, and Morocco enjoy a 1-point lead at this stage, 6-5. We have 6 minutes, 43 left to play. Shane Williams for South Africa. 8 seconds on the shot clock, 7. Will Nokia, 3-second violation called against the South African captain, Sasol Dumont. Morocco doing well in that defensive play there. So Morocco still 6 points, South Africa 5, and we have 6 minutes of this first quarter left. Just over 6 minutes. Shalat puts up the shot, bounces favorably for Morocco. Good fast movement, but Ulini probably took his eye off the ball there. Tumon to Zonke. Shane Williams. Zonke will put up the shot. Will it drop? Yes, it does. Great shot.
And that is crucial to have other players supporting Richard in this game. It's going to be very big.
Yeah, I think, obviously Richard Nokia is well known to the opposition teams. So the South African team will not want to solely rely on him, and the other players have to come to the party.
They have to step up, yes.
So foul against Matui there, and he will go to the line. The basket counted, and now Morocco lead South Africa by 9 points to 7. Shane Williams throws it into Zonke. Zonke puts up this quick shot under pressure from Matui, and Issa Filempe picks up the rebound. Shalat for Morocco. Richard Nokia keeping Matui busy there. Filempe, he'll put up the shot, but once again good defense there by the South African Sasol Amawila boys, and Shane Williams brings it out. Zonke decides to slow the play down. Nokia puts it into Dumont. But foul called against the Moroccans, so South Africa a little bit fortunate there.
Yeah, that's the right move. He just needs to finish it.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's been a bit of a thorn in the side of the South African side over the last few years. It was the finishing, and certainly those sort of opportunities in a game like this you have to make.
Yes, you can't afford to miss layups like that.
Nokia thinks about the three, but pulls away. Closely watched there by Zohar Salat, and unfortunately for South Africa, Nokia loses his balance and turnover balls. Of course, the winner of this game will meet Algeria in the final, and Algeria quite convincing winners today against Egypt.
Yes, not my favorite game, I have to admit, but they definitely deserve to win, and I'm sure they're going to be a very tough competitor in the finals game to whoever wins this game.
So right now, Morocco hold a 4-point lead, 11 to Morocco and 7 to South Africa. Filempe will put up the shot, and I think what happened is in his shooting action he faked, which of course you're not allowed to do,
yes.
And referee Marquez from Brazil called him up on that one. He did do it a few times in a previous game, so I think the referees are now picking up on it. Zonke looking to angle himself for a shot, doesn't go up. Shalat. South Africa working really hard to keep the Moroccans out. Ulini's very dangerous from that position, and good work from the Moroccans. And Asif Falempe doesn't convert. Nokia launches it long, but Zonke won't be able to keep it in play. Tense moments here at the Mandeville Indoor Sports Centre, and South Africa 7, Morocco 11. Mohamed Ulini, Shalat. South Africa working hard to keep them out. Asif Falempe. Shot clock at 6. He puts the shot up, rebounds off the ring, and Marcus Retief. So Hassan, what is it looking like here for the South Africans on defense at the moment?
Doing a good job keeping their bigs out of the paint. Morocco's trying to be patient to see if they're going to end up getting a look inside, but if South Africa can keep containing them like that, I think they have a good shot.
Shane Williams thinks about the 3. Having said that, though, the Moroccans are keeping Richard Nokia out of the key, so shot goes up, and excellent play by the number 11, Tandile Zonke. And the foul obviously is called, so Zonke will have an opportunity to narrow the gap to 1 point. So don't go anywhere, folks. Normally these games will go right to the wire, and nothing looks like it's going to change in this encounter. Zonke will have another opportunity as one of the Moroccans broke the lane too early, and timeout is called by the South African head coach, Lydia Dumont.
And this has been a common theme this tournament, players taking more than one free throw due to the players lining up on either going in too early, whether it be the offensive or defensive players. So I think it's something that teams need to be aware of, because you're basically giving away free points. Especially when it comes down to a 1 point game or overtime. These are small little factors that could cost you dearly come the end of the game. Yes. And Hassan, let's talk a little bit about the development of the game on the African continent. You know, obviously you spent a few years in the States, and coming back and watching the level of play, how does it compare, and what does Africa need to do to become more competitive when we get to the world stage? I think Africa as a whole needs to start developing more their young players, under 23s particularly. And we've talked about this a lot today in the meeting, in terms of finding ways to develop our younger players and find a league where not everyone is necessarily older age or older age players, because if you see on the average age on these teams, I would say it's quite high, maybe excluding South Africa, but all the other teams have a quite high average age. So this is something we need to work on if we ever want to compete at the highest level of Paralympics and Worlds. Shalat to Mutui. Good work by Zonke. South Africa doing a really good job in this first quarter of making it difficult, and the commissioner, Andrew Skuman, sounds the buzzer, and the Moroccan coach being summoned to the scorers table. Could they be over points, perhaps? I think there might be a problem with the points on the court. Yes, indeed. And that's exactly what's happened. So, technical foul goes against the Moroccan coach, and coaches do not like that situation at all, do they? So Richard Nokia will shoot the penalty shot. 2 minutes 50 left in this first quarter of the second semi-final at the 2020 IWBF Afro Paralympic Qualifiers in Johannesburg, South Africa. Not that time from Nokia, so substitution for Morocco. Off goes number 10 Abdilagani, and on comes a player whose number I did not see.
That would be number 8.
I would guess that he's one of the 1-0s.
Yeah, number 8 is Bilal
bin Haman
Lashab. All right.
Yes, indeed, he is a 1-0.
Here comes the Amawila boys. End-to-end stuff here between these two fierce rivals, and there's always been a rivalry between South Africa and the North African countries, Algeria, Morocco, and of course Egypt too.
Yeah, I think that's been the common theme in Africa. South Africa versus one of the northern African countries is how it ends up playing out.
Morocco really struggling to get in. I have to say how good the defense so far has been by South Africa. And Hassan, good to see a woman coaching a men's national team.
Yes. I don't think I've seen this before. It is very encouraging to see a woman head coach, and I hope we can start seeing more of that and more women's teams even in the Africa region.
Did you see what happened in that play there?
Yes, I think Bilal ended up fouling Shane from behind, so they ended up giving him an unsportsmanlike foul.
Okay, and of course South Africa will retain possession, so some bonus points there. Unfortunately, Shane couldn't finish the 2 shots, so Richard Nokia, dangerous from most areas on court. Tandile Zonke, in and out, doesn't drop. Mohamed Bargo for Morocco. Shalat, closely watched by his fellow number 12, Shane Williams. Rebound picked up by Richard Nokia. Good awareness though by Bargo. Good work there initially by Marcus Retief, and manages to get the ball to Zonke. 12 seconds on the shot clock, and unfortunately Shane Williams called for the 3-second violation.
I think that was a charge call.
Hold on. Looks like a foul was called. Okay, foul called on Shane Williams off the ball. Zohair Shalat finds Mohamed Bargo. And again, no joy for Matui, but Shalat breaks the key. Matui will have to resort to the 45. Not getting in at all. And of course, in the previous game, South Africa picked up that Reda scored 26 points against him in the paint. So obviously they've done their homework this time. Shane Williams, will it drop? It doesn't.
A good job keeping him out. And at the same time, Morocco's trying to stay patient, see if they can get him in. But so far, South Africa's doing a great job containing him.
And they open the door nicely for Shalat.
That was a classic one-man out. They just have numbers coming in, and they did a beautiful job converting it.
Great play there by Morocco's Zohair Shalat. Shane Williams to Zonke. Zonke will put up the 3. Will it drop? Yes, it will.
He has been feeling it.
And just like that, we have a tie ball game, 13 apiece. And we have just over 15 seconds left in this first quarter. Can Morocco hit straight back? Matui does get it to the key. No foul on the shot, and turnover ball, Morocco. So South Africa have 9.7 seconds to try and take the lead going into the second quarter. What can they do? Ball is inbounded, picked up by Williams. He launches it to Nokia. Nokia will find Zonke. Zonke will put up the 3. Didn't drop, just missed. And
I think the
despite the cheers of the crowd, that did not go in. It fell short, but hit the ring. And
yeah, I think the crowd got confused there for a second.
People in the crowd are asking for a
to count the bucket, but it did not go in.
No, But
just hit the net.
Great atmosphere here at the Mandeville Indoor Sports Centre here in Johannesburg.
One of the South African fans is requesting a VAR.
Yeah, wants the TMO, but of course no TMO here at this particular event. So great excitement at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Sports Centre. And you know what, Mohammed, not a huge venue, but obviously quite a few people in tonight, and it sounds like a bigger venue than it actually is.
It looks packed. Everybody, a lot of people with a South Africa jersey. It's definitely a good atmosphere for the semifinal. It's like a sixth man for South Africa.
Absolutely. And it's also very nice to see a lot of youngsters coming through, supporting wheelchair basketball, and lots of excitement here. I see the former South African able-bodied captain, Mr. Quinton Denason, sitting just to our right here in his South African jersey, and so the able-bodied players coming through to support South Africa in this semi-final. All right, just about to get underway. Second quarter action here at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Sports Centre, the home of wheelchair basketball in South Africa.
Definitely an interesting game, just as we expected. Tied up after the first quarter. We'll see how this ends up right before the half. I'm sure the nerves of the South African supporters in here are going to be tested throughout this game. Nothing between these two teams at this point in time. Williams has had a really good tournament for South Africa. Yes, he has.
Richard Nokia unable to convert on that occasion. Had a bit of a slow start, Nokia, but again the Moroccans have kept him out, just as the South Africans have managed to keep Matui out. Mukarik for Morocco, doesn't drop. Picked up by Dumont. Zonke finds Williams. Williams will find Sasol Dumont. Shot clock goes to 8. Zonke unable to gain control. Richard Nokia has to throw that up because the shot clock was going, and of course Zohair Shalat does not miss those opportunities.
They definitely have to watch out for that. They cannot let Zohair start leaking out. This will hurt them.
Zonke to Shane Williams. Shane Williams in and out, and brings the scores back level. Too early to be talking about men of the matches, but Shane Williams came close on the game against Algeria, and having a great tournament. So it also looks like he's up for this one.
Shane and Zonke doing a great job right now, trying to keep the South African team in it. That's a great pick from Zonke, typical 2-on-1. Great basketball.
Excellent atmosphere here in Johannesburg. Semi-final number 2, home court advantage for the Amawila boys, but Morocco keeping the spectacle as it should be, and end-to-end action here. Shane Williams for South Africa gets in, puts up the shot. Will it drop? In and out. And again, as we alluded to earlier, Hassan, both teams cannot afford to miss opportunities like that.
Yes.
Especially when it comes down to the wire. Matui unable to penetrate, but good work from Shalat once again, and South Africa will want to keep him out. Very influential players, Zohair Shalat.
Yes, he's one of the fastest players on the court, and you definitely don't want to give him wide open looks like that.
Richard Norkier will set up. Will it drop? It doesn't. Hasn't quite found his range just yet. And fast break almost plays off for Morocco. What can Shalat do? Decides to settle it down. Good play again by the Moroccan number 4. Good shot there by Mohamed Bargo. So Morocco back into the lead by 2.
Zonke doesn't quite hit that one.
Good work. Tracking back by Richard Norkier.
That looked clean to me. I'm not sure what ended up happening. It's a great play by Zohair, but that looked clean to me. It looked like a clean block.
Referee Marquez is talking to the Moroccan bench. Timeout called. Timeout called, Morocco. So 6 minutes, just over 6 minutes to play in this second quarter, and nothing really between the two teams. What would you suggest both teams need to be doing right now?
Honestly, I think both teams are doing a good job defensively. They're keeping the main threats out. Richard and Rida haven't been able to do much. It's all been the supporting cast. If there's one thing the Morocco team needs to be doing, they need to be jumping a little bit more. Zonke, number 11, and South Africa needs to be keeping a little bit more eye on Zohair. He's a very dangerous player, and once he gets going, it could cause them a lot of trouble. And yes, I don't think they called the foul on this last play. I think it's just an out of bounds, so it's still Morocco's ball.
I see Najib Essahiri is on the score sheet, but has not played at all at this. The number 7 for Morocco. It looks like he's sitting as an assistant coach. Actually, hasn't played at all this tournament.
Yes, I think he's been taking more of a assistant coach role, trying to assist the head coach, which is good because we need more calibers like that, learning how to take on coaching. If in the future they can help maybe coach the youth teams.
Shalat, no look pass, and bounces off the head of Marcus Retief. He finds Bargo. Retief will try and make it difficult, and South Africa are not stopping Shalat at the moment, and
yes,
they need to be careful now.
He needs to be careful. They need to be careful because he's starting to heat up, and he can be an extremely dangerous player.
Good work there by number 6 for Morocco, Amin Mukarech. And South Africa, 7 seconds on the shot clock. So Morocco keeping Richard Norkier out, calling for the ball. Shot goes up from Williams. Boom! 3-point. Richard Norkier was shouting for the ball, and obviously Williams sank that one. And
yeah, Shane thought he had a better look. Shane thought he had a better look, and Richard said it's okay as long as it goes in.
I feel sorry for Shane Williams that he missed that one. Anyway, so substitution, South Africa. Onto the court comes the big, bulky Jaco van Niekerk, and the quite long-armed and very fast Junior Mzileni, and Cecil Demont will check out, as does Tandile Zonke. Shalat looking for the foul, nothing given. And we once again just welcoming everybody from around the world watching this live stream here on the WBSA or Wheelchair Basketball South Africa Facebook page, as well as IWBF Facebook and YouTube channels. And please feel free to keep commenting, share this broadcast. Let's get as many people out there watching. Morocco convert there with Mohamed Bargo. He's also starting to have a good game.
Yes, they've been struggling in terms of shooting from outside, and you can see that they're starting to get the feel for the ball and hitting their outside shots, which might be problematic for South Africa in the long run. Richard
Nokia finds Yaku Faniko. Shot clock's at 5. Has to put it up, but good work by Matui. Shalat driving in, offensive foul called by the Spanish referee, Clara Bajel. Three-point game, 4 minutes 13 left in this first half, and
very intense game. I can feel my heart beating. I don't know how the South Africans must be feeling right now.
And of course the Moroccans
and
too.
And the Moroccans as well, but I'm talking like this whole crowd.
Richard Nokia tries to get the ball, but good work once again by Mohamed Bargo. So he's made an impressive impact since coming on for Morocco. And number 6 here is Mukarik. Looks for Shalat. Shalat gets a shot up. Rebound will be picked up by the 11. Number 12 again is Bargo. And of course, quite a humid day here in Johannesburg, so the precipitation inside the venue is affecting the ball, so referee's just drying it up, and doesn't seem to help in that occasion for Bargo, but can he extend Morocco's lead to 4 points?
Didn't help at all.
Wasn't his finest effort there, and South Africa through Shane Williams. Nokia trying to get in, but well defended there by Matui and Shalat. So Junior Mzileni launches it across to Nokia, gets past Matui into the key. Marcus Retief unable to finish, but Will Van Niekerk missed opportunities. Foul against Richard Nokia. No, sorry, he fell over, so yeah, once again, cannot miss those opportunities under the basket. Mukarish for Morocco to Shalat. Mohamed Bargo. Williams and Nokia working together. Shane Williams is playing out of his skin, but great work there by Rita Matui, showing that he can convert from most areas on the court.
Finding the mismatch and hitting the shot, difficult shot. Again, South Africa missing out on some easy points. They're going to need those in the game. They can't afford to keep missing looks like that.
Foul called on number 7 there, Yaku Van Niekerk. It's 2 shots now for Reda Matui. I think that will be cue for another substitution, and Yaku Van Niekerk, a frustrated figure, just needs to regain his composure, and when he gets the opportunity to go back on, hopefully he will start converting. little bit of frustration amongst the Amawila boys at the moment, and they definitely won't want to let Morocco start pulling away and have to make a comeback.
Yeah, it's just 6 points, so it's not bad at all. They just need to regain their focus. A couple of good stops, and they're good.
Shalat puts up the shot. Zonkena will bring it away for South Africa. Almost caught himself unawares there. Shot clock at 11. Found Shane Williams. Williams puts up the shot. Will it drop? South Africa needed that one. Shane Williams having an excellent game, and a bit of a soft foul there from Sasol Dumont. Well converted there by Morocco, by Mukarek. And
they're starting to lose them a little bit on the inside right now. Just a little bit of focus in terms of defense.
Doesn't drop for Zonke on that occasion. And again, I think South Africa don't need to start rushing those shots. They're definitely well within the reach of Morocco, and they must just play composed basketball right now.
I think that's good defense. Zohe's not quite a threat from the three-point line.
Okay, can he convert? Not his game today at this stage, and Shalat.
Zohedi has been absolutely deadly for the South African team this game. They definitely need to keep a better eye on him.
Foul there by Shane Williams. Again, unnecessarily mistakes coming into the game for South Africa, and it's just as well that there's only 0.1 of a second left in this half, so they can regroup and
get it together in halftime.
Oh, it looks like the foul was called against the Moroccan side, so Sasol Dumont will hold on to the ball. So as we come into the halftime break, we have a scoreline of Morocco 30, South Africa 22. Don't go anywhere, folks. This game is going to go definitely down to the wire, and we'll be back at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Sports Centre in a short while. Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Sports Centre. Second half about to start, and Hassan, very interesting first half there. South Africa obviously 8 points down, crucial part of the game.
Yes, definitely a crucial part of the game. Either South Africa gets a couple of stops and they come back and it's a close game, or Morocco pulls away. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, but I think those next two possessions are going to be very crucial in how this game continues.
Morocco in possession, so they will be looking to extend their lead to 8 points, and as Hassan has said, South Africa will not want Morocco to pull away, because it'll become very difficult after that. Mukarek for Morocco. Reda Matui puts up the shot, and
it's the same play they've been playing. I think they should let number 6 shoot. He's not really a great outside shooter, and it's obvious that he doesn't want to take the shot. There's no need to jump him out here.
And of course, by jumping him, it's freeing up Matui to get away from his man.
It's giving Riddle the chance to get into the paint.
Can Shane Williams convert? He does. And back to 10 points. So South Africa needed to convert there, and Shane Williams doing very well. So Mukarek for Morocco. As you said, Hassan, they would happily let him shoot from there, and of course, exactly what you're alluding to, and careless mistake, unfortunately, for the Amawila boys as they turn the ball over. And if I was Coach Dumont, I would be pulling my hair out with that one. Seems to be some issue with
I think he got a flat.
Flat tire, okay.
Yes.
The old man, Marcus Retief, needing a bit of assistance. And they'll quickly change his tire. Maybe it's not a flat, it's a couple of running adjustments, and Marcus Retief should be good to go again. Seems to have fixed the problem. I don't know what that was all about.
Yeah.
Not looking happy though. He turns around and
This still seems to be having some issues.
Morocco inbound the ball to Mukarek. South Africa letting Matui in, and he won't miss from there. Slight lapse in concentration.
That field side, Zuhairi and Rida can be quite deadly together.
Good work by Sasol Dumont, and South Africa trading blows with Morocco in this early stage of the third quarter. 8 points the difference. South Africa did really well keeping Matui out in the first half, but he's managed to break the.
Him a little bit in this quarter.
Luckily for South Africa on that occasion. Now they have the opportunity now for the 4-point play, which brings them straight back into this game, and that's what they're looking to do. Zonke to Richard Nokia. Slows it down. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Zonke to Williams. Williams sets himself up. Offensive foul called on number 14 for South Africa, Sasol Dumont.
That's
timeout called.
A little bit of a questionable call, I would say.
So South Africa 26, Morocco 34, and timeout will give the South African teams the opportunity to fix whatever's going on with Marcus Retief's.
All right, are we good now?
So, 8-point game at this stage of the game, third quarter, and 7 minutes 44 left in this third quarter, and still Retief seems to be having
some issues with his
mechanical
wheel.
issues.
I think it might be an axle, a bent axle.
South Africa really struggling with this chair for Retief, but hopefully that fixes the problem now, and he comes back onto the court. So back underway. Morocco, have the put-in, and Mohamed Bargo for Morocco to Mukarek. Mukarek looks to fake the three-point attempt, and I think South Africa have cottoned onto the play. Dumont leaving the
And that's exactly what you want to do. You want to force their class 1 to shoot. South Africa doing a good defensive job here. And Richard drawing the foul. He's quite talented at doing this.
Yes, and looks like he seems to have come out to play in this second half. He was well monitored by the Moroccans in the first half, so let's see if Nokia can make an impact. In and out to Williams. Williams breaks the key. Can he convert? Good block there from Matui. Bargo to Rita Matui, and unable to convert, and unfortunately the South Africans unable to pick up the rebound. Bargo thinks about it. Matui wants it. Good shot for Bargo, and he's having a good game as Mohamed Bargo. He's made an impact. South Africa 10 points adrift. Still very much in this, but need to make every opportunity count. Couple of unnecessary turnovers for the Amawila boys, and checking back in is Yaku Fanikuk and the youngster Sakele Shalembe for South Africa, and Retief and Zonke will take a break. South Africa need to stop Morocco here. Will he take the shot? He does. Doesn't fall for him, and ball bounces out of play, and it's exactly what you alluded to earlier, Hassan.
Yes, this is what they want to do. They want to force that outside shot instead of giving up a mismatch to Rida in the paint.
South Africa will be happy to see them shooting from long range, and that means that Matui is not getting in the key. Good work there by Nokia. Can he get the ball to Shane Williams? Puts up the shot. Will it drop? Doesn't drop. Good work though. Picks up his rebound. Can Nokia convert? He can. So back down to 8 points. Nokia needs to start finding his rhythm, and for the South African team, and Shalat though.
Hopefully this shot will help him find it.
Bargo's having an excellent game.
They have to keep someone on his chair at all times. He is starting to find his rhythm from outside. Fanikuk,
can he make a better impact than he did when he came on in the first half? Struggled a little bit, but very good player, Jaku Fanikuk. Nokia hits the shot, doesn't drop, and long pass to Shalat, but unable to pick it up, and Fanikuk will bring up the ball for South Africa. Needs to get the ball over. Shane Williams. Fanikuk puts Nokia a bit under pressure, but a foul called against Mukarek for Morocco. Substitution Morocco. Coming onto the court, we have Mohamed Olini replacing Mukarek, as well as Abdullah Ghani, and the number 8 Leshab will go off. So Olini, a dangerous player. South Africa won't want to get him shooting.
They can't keep their eyes off of him. He's one of the most dangerous players on the Moroccan team, and another terrific outside shooter.
And dangerous from the three-point line.
Yes.
Bargo finding too much space at the moment, and South Africa are not doing anything to stop Bargo, and it's going to cost them. They're now 12 points down, and of course South Africa have come back from a 12-point deficit, but Morocco
tournament
proving a tough ask at this stage for these Amawila boys. Just getting over the half court there. Richard Nokia finds Sasol Demont. Can he finish for South Africa? Back down to 10 points. South Africa still very much in this encounter. Of course, one spot for Africa at the Olympics, and both these sides are battling it out to meet Algeria in tomorrow's final. Good work by the Amawila boys. Cheered on by the home supports. Shane Williams. 2. Jaco van Niekerk must convert and does so. 8-point game, much better from van Niekerk. Very much a confidence player.
And we can see the crowd starting to cheer South Africa now, which is exactly what they need at this time.
And of course they let Mohamed Bago have another shot there, and South Africa not picking up the Moroccan number 12, and he's having a fantastic game.
Yes, he's having a fantastic game shooting from outside.
Foul called on Bago on that occasion. What do South Africa need to do to stop Bago?
They just need to jump him early before he receives the ball, and as soon as they get a chair on him, I think he's going to be fine. He's not going to be taking that shot. At the moment, he has too much space.
10 points in it. Nokia back to Williams. Can he score? Bounces in and out, and Reda Matui will pick it up. Olini racing through past van Niekerk, and Shalembe trying to prevent it, and once again great work there by Morocco, and I think Coach Demont will need to call a timeout soon, have a chat to her team. Morocco now wanting to press they sense that this is a key point here. If they can turn the ball over and score 14-point deficit.
South Africa trying to keep one of their players out, so they turn into the press to avoid that man-out position.
Can the Amawila boys come back in this game? It's a tough ask. Moroccan obviously the defending champions, and defending champions for a reason.
True, but I still think in 2 minutes a lot can happen.
Yeah.
The way this quarter ends is going to be kind of give us an idea how this game will continue.
Oh, called on Mohamed was it Reda Matui? Looked like number 13 there.
Yes, Reda.
Off the court, off the ball, Paul there, and Matui picks up his foul. Shane Williams puts up the shot. Keeps South Africa in a 10-point game. 1 minute 52 left in this third quarter. Can South Africa keep Morocco out? Can Morocco extend their lead? Wayward pass on that occasion, and South Africa have an opportunity now to get their crowd going into a frenzy. Williams almost gets called for the 8 seconds, and Shalat. No,
with the foul.
Yes, Shalat fouls
South Africa will
van
be
Niekerk,
shooting
and
2
van Niekerk
shots.
will go to the line.
Yes, South Africa will be shooting 2 shots. They committed 5 team fouls. Let's hope South Africa converts on those.
Morocco now in foul trouble. South
Yes.
Africa only 1 foul in this quarter, so if South Africa can keep drawing those fouls, even with 1 minute 32 to go, but they've got to make these opportunities. Unlucky there for van Niekerk. Needs to take a deep breath, which he does, and doesn't drop, but once again, as we alluded to earlier,
Someone's going into
somebody entering the zone too early.
And there will be a repeat.
Timeout called by the Moroccans. Yeah, so again there, it's stupid, small little unforced errors that could actually cost a team at the end of the game. Coming in early now, van Niekerk scores. It's back down to to a 9-point game. And, you know, just and you know, obviously, as I said, foul trouble for Morocco now. So if South Africa are able to draw fouls now, they can chip away at the lead without much going down on the clock. Yeah.
And I think this is a little bit of Richard's expertise, so we will see him trying to draw these fouls as much as possible this next minute and a half. Just my guess.
Very vocal in that huddle there is Richard Nokia, and he's trying to get his teammates to get on the same page. But the longer Morocco can hold on to this 10-point lead, the more difficult it becomes for South Africa.
Yes, it definitely increases their chances, and at that level of play, it's pretty tough to come back.
Fanika converts, so 9-point game.
And that's what we were talking about earlier.
Long pass over to Matui. Matui trying to get in. Good work though by Williams. Bargo. Looks like it's opening and shot missing. So opportunity now for South Africa. Can they make it count? Oh, bad foul there by. Good call by referee Rui Marquez. And he calls it on the number 12 for Morocco. So Mohamed Bargo. So as we just said, South Africa's Richard Nokia able to
draw the foul, two free throws and possession. So if he hits those, that's going to be big for South Africa. Unfortunately, he misses the first one.
Struggling though in today's game. He's certainly not his best game of the tournament, but.
And in general, South Africa have been struggling from the line. I think with the amount of free throws they missed, they would have been tied in this game at the moment.
Van Niekerk back to Nokia. Will that three drop? Ooh, doesn't drop, and Morocco come away with it with Mukarek. Mukarek to Ulini. Reader bounces off the rim and drops for Morocco. So 10-point game. 37 seconds left. South Africa, can they finish this half strongly and narrow the deficit? Quarter, should I say. Nokia plays it to Fanika. Can he convert? Doesn't drop it. Luckily, unlucky, then can't pick up the rebound. So Morocco will have a whole
last chance.
20 seconds, and they will look to use up and play the final shot of this quarter and see if they can extend the lead to 12. Bargo. Ulini will go for the three most likely. No, he spins around. Puts up the shot. Will it drop? No, it doesn't. Rebound picked up there. Matui will put it in. Yes, he does. So, as the buzzer went, basket will count. So, good work by Morocco. And they have a 12-point lead. And it sounds familiar to the South Africans. They were, of course, against Algeria in the second game of their tournament. Found themselves 12 points down at the going into the fourth quarter. So can South Africa do it again? What do you think, Hassan?
They did it before, so I definitely believe that they can do it again. It's definitely not a favorable situation, but we'll see how this fourth quarter ends up starting. But they did it. They did it before. It's a tough situation, but
yeah, and I suppose a different game,
doable.
Different game situation, and Morocco, as I said, defending champions of Africa. So, but the closeness of all these games, certainly with the top three, who knows what can happen in the rest of this game. But Morocco playing a very good game at this stage. Are we off? All right, so it's down to the home stretch now, the fourth quarter. Morocco enjoy a 12-point advantage, and Hassan, Richard Nokia for South Africa is struggling a bit in this game, but it's down to some good defense by Morocco.
Yeah, they definitely succeeded in taking him out of the game. He hasn't been effective at this game.
Well, Nokia
we'll see what happens.
Will need to change his fortunes if South Africa are to stand a chance here, and South Africa in possession now. Fanikert finds the number 12 for Morocco, Mohamed Barga, but luckily for South Africa, they pick up the possession. Shane Williams. Unable to get it through to Dumont, and the long arms of Reda Matui. Unsportsmanlike foul now, so South Africa really need to calm down, and Mukarik will go to the line for Morocco. It wasn't really the player South Africa wanted to see at the line, Mohamed Olini.
Yeah, it didn't work out for their favor.
And he extends the lead now to 13 points. Olini for Morocco. Back to Mohamed Bargo. Shot clock at 6. Shot clock at 5. Reda Matui off the 45, and
great job off the mismatch.
Morocco is starting to believe now, and South Africa have a lot of work to do in this passage of play. Have to make this count. Coast to coast, and foul called against. Looks like it will be number 6 there, Mukare, and Jaco van Niekerk needs to convert. What Morocco have succeeded in doing is keeping the local support quiet at this stage, and they definitely need to maybe get behind their team and help them fight back. Van Niekerk unsuccessful on both. Olini now up against the youngster Shalembe. Matui now starting to find his form, and South Africa now in trouble.
Morocco really starting to put this game.
Shot clock at 7. Nokia struggling to get the shot up. He does. Will it drop? Yes, it does. Need more of that from Nokia. Ball bounces kindly for Morocco. Barga, he will convert, and At this stage, I probably would put Bargo as my man of the match, but
yeah,
let's see
he's
what
having
happens.
A great game.
Doesn't drop for Amawila boys. Morocco. Offensive foul call against Reda Matui there. Substitution for South Africa. What can they do here? Richard Nokia goes off for a breather, and so does Shalembe, and on comes Rakhetsi Moleti for the first time in this game, and Tandile Zonke. Williams thinks about the three. Tall figure of Reda Matui.
Morocco doing
blocks
a great
the
job
shot and
smothering the 1-0 under the bucket. They're playing great defense right now.
Matui with time. Will he convert? Of course he will. So
Reda starting to become absolutely unstoppable on those mismatches.
yeah, and that's the difference. He's converting his opportunities.
Yes.
The South Africans have had a few, and they are struggling at this point. Moleti rushes the shot, and that tells the story at this point of the game. So timeout call by South Africa, and falling further and further behind, and a lot of work to do. Time running out for the Amawila boys, and Morocco finding their straps and looking strong. All right, back to the action now, and South Africa find themselves with a mountain to climb. 57 to Morocco, 38 South Africa. Moleti trying to put them in a little bit of pressure. Matui comes out to assist his ball handler. Barga across to Mukarek, and Olini will put up the three. No, he doesn't. Into Morocco, and that sums it up. Number 6 for Morocco is Mukarek, and he is fouled. So now we have Morocco 59, South Africa 38, 21 points, 6 minutes 25 to go. Can they do it? Doesn't look likely at this stage.
It's a very tough situation right now.
So Morocco having a great game. Zonke across to Moleti. Moleti unable to pick up the loose ball, and shot clock is at 2. Shane Williams puts up the shot as the buzzer goes, and frustration now starting to set in for the Amawila boys. Number 11 for Morocco is Munir Moujoud. Mukarek Passes it across to Bargo. Tries to find better defense there by Moleti. South Africa now need to fight for their lives in this competition, and of course any chance of getting to Tokyo, they need to leave everything on the court. Number 10, Moleti, unable to convert, and at last some success for South Africa. 19-point game, 5 minutes left. South Africa basically need to press for the rest of the game if they stand any chance, I think.
Yes.
And of course make sure that that press works well, but it's not going to happen by the looks of it. Bolini to Mukarik. Mukarik spins, and now Morocco sense that they are on their way to tomorrow's final.
Yeah, they seem to have secured their spot for tomorrow's game. If South Africa will take any sort of action, it needs to be quick.
One last ditched attempt from the South African home supporters here to get behind the Amawila boys as they start chanting. But Reda Mutui can have as many shots as he wants. There's nobody tall enough to stop him. South Africa will bring Richard Nokia back on shortly. Junior Mzaleni for South Africa. Zonke looking to get something going here for South Africa. Can he convert? He can. 4 minutes left. What can South Africa do? Not looking promising for the South African team. Looking ever more likely that Morocco will meet Algeria in tomorrow's final.
Morocco being very smart with their ball movement right now, trying to burn as much time off every possession.
Just not falling for South Africa. He had the possession, loses it, and of course Morocco score and a foul, so 3-point play potential here. Substitution South Africa. Onto the court comes Zakele Shilebe and Richard Nokia, and Molete goes off, and so does Mzaleni. Richard Nokia for South Africa brings the ball up, gap opens up for him, desperately trying to make something happen, but well ushered there by the Moroccans, and Reketsi Moleti unable to convert. Bolini for Morocco. He will calm things down, and that's exactly what they need to do. South Africa not dropping. Rebound picked up by Williams. Jump ball called. Morocco will have possession. 23-point game, 3 minutes left. Morocco can taste the final coming live on the IWBF and Wheelchair Basketball Facebook pages, Wheelchair Basketball South Africa Facebook pages tomorrow at 5 o'clock South African time. Richard Nokia picks up the rebound. Ball hits his chair, and foul called on Morocco. Nokia into the zone.
Tough fall.
Foul is on Mohamed Olini, and Nokia is fouled, and side ball position for South Africa. Time now 2 minutes 41. Travelling violation against young against Raketsi Molete, and nothing going right for the Amawila boys at this stage.
South Africa starting to lose focus, and Morocco one step closer to Tokyo.
That's it, and looking forward to the final tomorrow. I'm sure it's going to be a close affair.
Very intense game. The first game was a double OT with Algeria against Morocco.
Of course, the first game, Algeria didn't have their captain Nabil Goodwan, so he could make a big difference.
Yeah, it's going to be there's going to be a big difference in that game, but still, I think it's going to be very close.
But we spoke about it off air, Hassan. The South African team have come on leaps and bounds over the last few years because they went through a bit of a
development phase.
Yeah,
they've been doing a great job with their younger athletes. As I was saying earlier, I think they have the youngest average age in this tournament, and they just need to keep building on that. This is a experience for them, so maybe it will help them leading up to Worlds in Dubai. All these games playing against some of those top caliber players, it'll definitely help them out in the future and in Worlds qualifiers.
All right, so timeout called there. We've got 2 minutes 14, and Morocco 23 points up. Not going to happen for South Africa, so congratulations must go out to all our friends in Morocco. I am sure the celebrations are about to begin in a few minutes' time, and they will book their place in the final tomorrow, and of course they'll come up against Algeria, and the South Africans will come up against your home country, Hassan, Egypt, in the 3rd and 4th place playoff.
Yes, should be an interesting game. Both games, I think, should be very interesting. We'll see how it turns out. But definitely today, Morocco clearly the better team, and being able to execute their game plan throughout the game proved very successful, stopping the key threats on South Africa and allowing their team to
very composed
yes, to find their rhythm. Definitely Mohamed Bargo, in my opinion, man of the match. He had a great game.
Of course, the man of the match.
Another shot.
Another shot.
He just seems to find his rhythm today.
Man of the match brought to you by Sasol, but chosen by way of the game stats. But I would be fairly certain that Mohamed Barga will be up there anyway.
It's a little bit too early to call it, but I think it's a safe bet.
Mohamed Alini to Mukarek, across to Natui, and
everything seems to be falling for Morocco now.
South Africa now 1 minute 16 to play. They'll play all the way through, of course. Nokia thought about the three, looks to find Dumont. Dumont puts it up, and I think right now it's a damage limitation exercise for the South Africans. They'll want to keep the gap a bit smaller than it has been over a couple of the previous encounters with the Moroccans. And unable to even pick up the rebounds at this stage. So 42 seconds left. Morocco are on their way to the 2020 IWBF Afro Paralympic Qualifiers final, and they will play Algeria tomorrow afternoon, 5 o'clock South African time, and the 3rd and 4th place playoff will come to you
at 1 p.m.
earlier in the day at 1 o'clock.
Yes.
And the women's final game, although a dead grubber, will take place at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Timeout called by the Moroccans, and 27 seconds left. The heads have dropped on the Mawila boys, but they can be really proud of the performances they have put in this tournament. And
yes, overall they had a great tournament. They just weren't lucky this game, or they didn't execute the way they were supposed to. But throughout the tournament, they've been playing really well. And I think this is a very young team, very promising team that will show a lot of potential in future years and will give great competition in the upcoming years in Africa.
And again, as we've said, the Moroccan side, well-oiled machine, executed their game plan to perfection. Always had composure, even when the South Africans had kept Mutui out, but eventually his impact was felt in the second half.
Yes. And let's not forget, this team has been playing with each other for a long time, so they have much more combined experience than the South African team.
And it's a problem that the South African team faces, is being down south of the continent, whereas the North African countries are close to Europe and they get to play in the top leagues of Europe a lot more than the South African players do. Obviously, Richard Norquer does play in the Spanish league. But the rest of the guys are all locally based players. And that will see us to the end of the game. And big congratulations to Morocco. Morocco are going through to the final of the 2020 IWBF Afro Paralympic qualifiers. And a mighty big congratulations to Morocco. And a great effort there by the Amawila boys. They can hold their heads up high, but big congratulations go to Morocco. Final score here at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Sports Centre: Morocco 73, South Africa 48. And Hassan, thank you very much for joining me in the commentary box.
Thank you very much, Gerry. Yeah, it was great. Thank you for having me. It was my first experience commentating, so I hope I did a good job.
You did indeed. Well done there, Hassan. And we'll cross down to the Sasol Man of the Match award now in a few seconds, and we'll be right back. And welcome back to courtside here at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Sports Centre. The Sasol Man of the Match for the second semi-final is Rida Matui from Morocco, the number 13. Rida, good game. Well done to Morocco. You go through to the final. You are the Sasol Man of the Match. All right, Rida, tough game in the first half, but Morocco always looked like they were in control.
سي نورمال جنوب افريقيا تما ايكيب قويه تما ماشي سهله وكان في الماتش الاول كان شويه صعيب مي كوميم درنا ماتش زوين واخا كان شويه قضيه شويه كما نقولوا حنا صعيبه وكنشكروا الجمهور اللي جا كله شجع جنوب افريقيا وشجعنا حتى حنا معاهم ونتمنوا حظ اوفر ان شاء الله جنوب افريقيا.
The game today, it was very hard because South Africa, they have really great team and then they play physically very hard. And our team also, we have good quality. And then we will just say thank you to all our supporters and to South African supporters. And good luck for South Africa for next game tomorrow.
Okay, well done, and thank you to Morocco, and good luck in your game in the final. Well done, Rida. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap for tonight here at the Mandeville Indoor Sports Centre in Johannesburg. Morocco go through to the final against Algeria tomorrow. And from myself, Gerry Smith, we say good night.